What's up, everyone? How you doing? Today I'll be talking the movie VHS Halloween. Every year we've been waiting for it after VHS viral. It stopped for a while, and it looked like I'm guessing Bloody Disgusting or some picked it up. I guess the rights for VHS, and now it's like every year there gotta be a new VHS movie. Well, with that being said, this is VHS Halloween. If anyone's interested, I have reviewed all of them so far to this point. I don't know. I'm gonna be able to review part nine or whatever comes out, but let's talk about it. VHS Halloween contains six shorts. One is actually the wraparound, but it's not like a wraparound that I would expect. You think wraparound like everything's connected to each anthology, to each segment in some way or some form. But VHS really the only like usually the connection used to be like everyone's watching a haunted VHS tape, and there's always some kind of build up around it. This one doesn't have like a true build up, like a true wraparound for this one, which I was shocked though. I think VHS Beyond, yeah, VHS Beyond did have a wraparound connection to it also, but yeah, no, actually I think it's similar with that style, Safety with Beyond. Yeah, I don't think there was really any true wraparound from the last VHS also. But anyway, this wraparound they have it's called Diet Phantasma. That's the name of it. I'm going on my IMDb, so because I want to break this movie down a little bit. Unlike like my other movie reviews before, usually I just make it short and simple. But it may contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen this movie, click away. Yeah, because I will spoil it. Because I'm gonna be straight honest. I mean, I don't know about this one. I'm gonna be honest. Even though a lot of people like this one, I say people that probably like this more than the first one or the second one, in my opinion. Me, like I said, I enjoyed all of them. I did enjoy this one too. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like there was some weaknesses in this movie. I wish there was a true connection wrapped around to this. Even though the frame narrative of this one is pretty much connected in some way, like just wrap. Anyway, I feel like I'm going too long with this review. It's only 2 minutes. Let's get to the fucking point. All right, so the first one is called Diamond Phantasma, and it's kind of like a test subject for the soda they want to put out. And each test subject, and this is gonna be like the wraparound of each segment when one test subject drinks a soda and they die, and then we get to the segment of the first one, which is Kuchiku, and after that one is another segment with another test subject from Diamond Phantasma until we get to the end. But also anyway, let's get to Kuchiku, which is the second segment, which kicks off after the wraparound. Coochie Cuckoo is about these two teenagers, and they want to be wicked on their last day of high school because they're gonna go to college. And they hear this religion about the mother who kidnaps all the kids on Halloween. So these two girls are walking around and suddenly causing mischief, and they start seeing this house. One trick or treater passed by. A lady want to know why, how come she went to that house, where it's pretty obvious the house is like a ghost house. It's pretty, excuse me, it appears out of nowhere. So the two girls decide to go in, and they realize, okay, this is not really a haunted attraction. This is like a real haunted house. Like shit is fucked up. And the mommy is the woman that's kidnapping these adults to make them into kids, like to make them like babies, pretty much. And you had like a little backstory that you could tell. I'm gonna say something about this VHS Halloween. I'm gonna tell you one thing about this one. Unlike the other VHS Halloween, which they're all dark, I feel like this is the darkest one. This is the one that's like really, really dark out of all the VHS Halloween. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because children do die in this movie. A lot of kids do die in this movie. And I know horror movies have kids dying before this movie and after, of course. But I feel like for a VHS Halloween franchise, I mean VHS franchise, excuse me, I didn't expect it to be like the whole most of the segments in this movie, kids are dying. Like so don't even so if you sensitive towards that, then yeah, you better back away. But anyway, let's get to the point. The two young ladies trying to escape, they're starting seeing weird stuff, and the mommy realized you find out the mother backs up with the mommy, which I'm not going to ruin that one for you. You can figure it out. It does get dark with her character, but the mommy ended up winning, of course. Like any of these horror, especially VHS franchise or Thousand Horror, they always win. But yeah, she kidnapped these adults to become her kids. Um, What I think of this one, I thought this was pretty really good in my opinion because due to the mommy's backstory. That's the reason why I like this, and I like the mommy character how she looked it, and what her objective is. You could feel sorry for her character because you could tell why she does what she does. So Coochie Coo Coo, I really do like this one. Now we get to this one. When I checked this director out, I realized that he's the one that directed Rec 1 and 2, and I enjoyed Rec 1 and 2 by the way. And this was called Ut Super Sick Effort, which it means as above, so below. And by the way, there's a found footage horror movie called this, which I highly recommend you checking out because it's a really good movie that as above, so below the found footage one. This one, this one to me is definitely the weakest of the franchise. I mean, the weakest of the movie of this anthology segment. Excuse me. But if I pick overall of all the VHS movies, I would say this is the number one weakest of the franchise in my opinion. And you may think VHS Viral, but sorry, I actually like VHS Viral. Sorry, Minnesota. Anyway, this movie, I mean, this segment, excuse me, it's definitely the weakest, man. It's one of those annoying parts of the movies when you see people going back and forth, and it depends how they do it, you know. I'll give credit for the editing. The editing was good in this movie. I feel like the story was a little weak, in my opinion. But anyway, the cops is interrogating this guy about this murder case that happened in this house, and he's the suspect. So this is the stupid part. Now here we go. Now they decide to take this guy and the cops and the I guess the psychologist or whatever, um, telling this guy, all right, show us what happened in this house. Let's follow step by step and let's see what happens, you know? So they go step by step of what happened when they go in the house, how the guy and his friend went into this house that his friend knew of from another friend. And excuse me, he takes these cops step by step of what happened. They get to this room, and you find out that this phone call where when him and his friends went to this house, they found out that this medium performed seance in this house, in this especially this particular room. And there's a saying which I just mentioned the title. The guy said the title. He picks up the phone. I guess the spirit in that phone possessed him and killed his friends. Guess what? The cops decided to react to that scene by burning out the phone. The guy got scared. Guess what? Same thing happened again. He started killing all the cops that said he killed his friends. Which to me I feel like is stupid though. It's like why would you want to react the scene? Why you want to take this guy? You already got the guy, let him talk. What is what is. He's gonna go to jail because people think he murdered him. I mean murdered his friend, excuse me. And not the spirit that murdered his friend, but you know what's gonna happen. But I thought this was super weak, you know, this scene. Now we get to this next segment. This segment was okay because to me, I feel like it's called Fun Size, by the way. So let me say that. I apologize. Fun Size is the name of the segment, and I would say this is like an evil version of Willy Wonka, like their version of Willy Wonka. I mean, like I said, I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like this one is original at all. Like I said, this is like an amplified version of Willy Wonka, like a horror version. What if you see Willy Wonka actually kill the kids? Now in this one, we get a bunch of young adults, I won't say they're kids, but I presume he killed kids anyway. But anyway, we get these young adults going trick or treating, and they come across this house when we see a jar of candy saying that pick one. Of course, one of the guys pick more than one candy, and that's the catch. It's like he say, pick one candy. Don't pick two, don't pick three. It's not about eating it, it's about what you pick. So these kids, I mean, these young adults actually picked more than one candy pack. So guess what? The hand is up, grab one of the friends, and he start dragging the young adults into his world. And the character's name is Fun Size, by the way. Let me mention that. So I know it's in his world, but anyway, it is. Anyway, it looked like a giant warehouse, but it's really a candy factory. And you find out fun size. If you pick more than one candy, then you go inside of his world and you're gonna die pretty much. And fun size use these humans to make them into candy. Like I said, this is an evil version of Willy Wonka. It's pretty much the same thing. But I do like the fun size character how it looked. It looked like Jack in the Box, but like all orange and shit. But still, I mean, even though it's not original, but it's kind of like based it on something which they amped it up on. Like I said, Horror version of Willy Wonka. I thought this was okay though. Like, I mean, it's good for what it was, but it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's okay. Now we're gonna get to this next one. This is Kid Print. And let me say, if you guys are super sensitive about, like I said, about kids dying, and kids do die in this movie, by the way, this one, a lot of kids die in this movie, which is obvious. And Kid Print is about this guy that owns an electronic shop, and he has this program where he video records kids. So if these kids get kidnapped, they can give the cops on what they look like or where they're going. And later on, you find out around this town, these kids again, they're dying around the town. People are scared. They're wondering what's going on, who's doing this. And the guy decided to go back to his electronic shop, and he found out looking at these videos of these kids getting tortured in his shop. And the guy's wondering what the hell's going on. And then he heard some screaming in the background, and he found out that the killer is actually one of his co-workers that he hired to do the kid print videos. And it's the least person you expect, by the way. And by the way, I did say spoilers in the beginning of this review, so sorry if I spoiled it for you. And you find out that the guy, the co-worker, he used these videos to kidnap the kids and torture them. As for what else he does with the kids, I don't want to go too deep on it because you could take a wild guess because it is kind of weird, right? But yeah, Kid that's it is the darkest of the segment, and I say it's the darkest of all of the segments in the VHS movie franchise in general. I would say I would put this if I should put a 1 through 10 of the most dark segments, I would say Kid Prey is the number one right up there, and it's of course pretty much it's a serial killer segment. Yeah, I forgot to mention that each segment has different type of creatures. Like one is a serial killer segment, which is a human. You have a demon, I would say. You have ghosts and zombies. Yeah, this is where we get to the last segment. Now, this is my favorite one out of all the segments. Also, it's number one best. Like I did enjoy Halloween Adventures Halloween Spoiler. Mine is, I mean, some of the segments are not original. One of them is wicked, like I mentioned. But Home Hunt, I would like to see a full length version. Like there only two spin-offs full length version of the VHS franchise, like Siren and Kids Against Aliens, I think. Kids vs. Alien. Home Hunt needs to be another spin-off movie. I really enjoyed this one. It's about this kid's family that every year they do like a haunted house attraction thing. His son kind of grows up. He's kind of like tired of it now. Like, oh, I don't want to be part of this shit. So for one last run, he went with his dad to an antique store. His dad picks up a haunted record player, and once that actually stole it was a big mistake. There's a reason why they went inside the antique shop, and the antique shop say employees only. So it's pretty obvious these items are like haunted items, pretty obviously. And so anyway, the dad and his son went back to the haunted attraction. His wife was ready to open the haunted attraction, invite the guests in to come to this haunted attraction. They walk in. The father ended up doing like his hosting thing, and they played the record. The record was on fire, and guess what? You let out the spirits out. And once they go inside the haunted attraction, they realize it's kind of different. It's like it's not cheaply made or nothing. And every attraction, like a ghost or a zombie, is coming alive and is killing the guests of that goes inside the haunted attraction, right? So then it's up to the family who happens to survive so far, go as far as they could go. And once they go outside, guess what? They battle a witch, and the witch end up escaping outside the haunted attraction and start killing trick or treaters outside the haunted attraction, you know? And it's just like, of course, a lot of them happen to be kids dying. Again, more kids getting killed in this whole movie. Um, and why not? It is Vegas Halloween. Kids go out trick or treating. Of course, adults too. But since it's more kids related, yeah, why not? Kids are dying in this one. Imagine showing this on Disney Channel. They'll flip their shit. But yeah, and then you get the spoiler, which you see in the trailers anyway, that the main front door of the haunted attraction with the demon's face coming alive, and that's it. And then just to fast forward, then we get to the final segment of Dining Phantasma. When the credits rolled up a little bit, you will see like the end credits for Dining Phantasma, what happens after it. But he says that Home Hunt, Let me just say, they really need to do a full length version of this segment. I really, really did enjoy this one, and because you want to see more out of it, and I think they could do more out of it. I think this could be a full length movie. It's obvious. Anyway, VHS Halloween overall, I don't do rating system, so I'm not gonna do a rating system. I thought, to me, the movie was good with some of the segments. Um, one was weak. The other one wasn't original because, to me, you base it off of Willy Wonka, which is pretty obvious fun size. I do enjoy the fun size character, but when I see the character, I'm thinking Willy Wonka. The best one, I did enjoy Diary Phantasma, so I put it out there. Kushi Cuckoo was good. Kid Print was good because it was effective. It would mine at you. It would get you pissed. It would get you mad about how these kids are getting tortured and suffering because of this killer. So yeah, Kid Print is good also, and because it's effective, but it's not for the sensitive. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. Home Haunt definitely my favorite. So one, two, three, four. So I enjoy four. The Spanish, Paco Plaza Super Six Info was weak. I didn't enjoy that one. I thought it was okay for what it is, but for a 30 segment, that's fine. For a full length movie, I would think it's be kind of weak unless they could expand on a better story on it. Fun size, it was decent. That's all to me. It was decent. So overall, Avengers Halloween, I thought is another hit in my opinion. Maybe interested what they're gonna want to do next year. What other titles they want to cross with VHS? Maybe they might do VHS birthday. Who knows, right? Happy birthday. Even though they did that in VHS I mean, the first VHS movie, excuse me. But anyway, that's my opinion of VHS Halloween. Overall, I think I would say it was good because I enjoyed 4 out of 6 segments anyway. Anyway, over and out. Peace. See you later.